So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
I blame it on industry. I blame it on my own hypocrisy. Miseducation and politicians. No one's willing to step up and speak.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pace Radio Show. As always, we are being broadcasted live here at lifestyleradio.ca, or you might be listening to us live at Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, as well as over at Shoutcast. I'm your host, Al Graham. Tonight, my joint host is Northern Ontario Kim Cooper, and she has brought us two guests tonight, who are helping patients in an alternative, dabbing kind of way. But before we learn more, Kim and I are going to have, as always, a quick chat and some news. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Pretty good tonight, Al. Pretty good. How are you tonight? And good evening, everybody out in Radio Land.
It's in an alternative, dabbing kind of way. But before we learn more, Kim and I are going to have, as always, a quick chat. There we go. We see.
That was quick.
Live. All right, Kim. Let's see. You know what what meaning of today's show is?
In what respect, Al? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to say it was either last week's or this week's is the 1 year anniversary, because it was right in between them, where we joined Lifestyle Radio.
That is correct. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure if that's what you were talking about. I did post about it on all my social media outlets. Yes, on the 15th. We joined Lifestyle Radio 1 year ago on the 15th of this month, and this is our first year being live on the air instead of pre-recorded, and it has been a fantastic year at our new home.
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's we've been able to expand and do different things as well. Participating with Al and the crew from the 420 radio show. Doing those road show events. It's been a fantastic time. I really, really enjoyed them, and we've met a lot of people.
Yeah, we sure have. Being out and about in so many different areas of the province and beyond, doing the road shows from different areas of the province has been a great experience. Meeting so many people and being able to broadcast from all over these wonderful events and bringing so much information to our listeners. It's been fabulous.
Yeah. And always, Al, he's always hiding behind the baggie. He's always been there. There's anything to deal with before the show, it's dealt with, and away we go. We're always on time. So
that's it. I couldn't be happier in our new home, and I can't thank Al Rapp enough for inviting us to join him here at Lifestyle. I think it was the best move we could have made for our little program that we have going on with the four of us. With all the hosts, I think all of us feel the same way, and we're very happy in our new home with Lifestyle.
Oh yes, for sure, no doubt about that. All right, from that, we are going to jump over to recalls. We're seeing a few of them in the paper lately.
Yeah, recalls, and all LP cannabis that's being recalled is being recalled for reasons that are just horrific as far as I'm concerned. They're being recalled for the use of toxic agents being used in the growing of cannabis products that are being consumed by medical patients. These are toxins that are not allowed to be used on anything that's in the edible market, and should be not used and are disallowed in the cannabis market as well.
Well,
if we can't trust legal producers to adhere to these regs, then what do we do? How can we put our trust in LPs?
Yeah. Well, and these are the same people who are going to produce, for a recreational end or be part of the production of recreational end. And then when they're sort of I don't know, is it sort of like blowing off the fact that, you know, they've used this chemical as a pesticide that is down in the U.S., they jumped all over it. Whereas we're finding out that people's cannabis has been recalled from February of 2016. And they're just finding out, like, last week. Like, who still has the medicine from February in order to dispose of it?
Yeah, well, that's it. And just the fact that patients have been buying this for the last year now. We're talking 12 months of consumption of something that's toxic. And that's been allowed to happen. And it doesn't seem that there's a whole lot of anger and repercussions towards the company for allowing this to occur for so long. Yeah, and where was Health Canada on this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So many
no sign of increased inspections. No signs. No signs of fines. Just,
you know, if you want to make it a monopoly on this and say we have full control and we're the only ones that can maintain control of this product and make sure it's safe, then you have to have those safeguards in place to make those claims. Right now, they do not. You're better off with a known grower that grows organic and purchasing outside the system than you are within the system as it stands right now. You have to totally trust in your LP not to use these toxins. And how many of us can say we can do that?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's very many that can, as far as the LP's ends. This would be like, you know, if somebody had bad beer and just saying, well, we sold bad beer a year ago. By the way, we're going to do a recall on it.
No. Well, I compared it to our food industry as well. Look what happened when Maple Leaf Foods released some tainted lunch meat. You know, they almost went out of business, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and there was uproar. It was taken off the market. It happened, bing, bang, boom, right away. And I mean, people lost their jobs. Plants got closed. Stuff happened. Where is that reaction for this now?
I was able to talk to a patient who's been going through these recalls, and they're not very happy. They're not happy whatsoever.
No, they're not. And many people
they're not a vocal person. They're not a vocal person or whatever. You know, I had to ask them. They're not out in the community or anything. But it was nice to get the feedback from them that they don't like receiving these letters.
No, they don't. And many patients are in that boat. They're dealing with the legal producers and doing things the right way through the government channels because they want to remain quiet and just do things through the proper channels. And then putting them through this, how are they supposed to put their faith in this system? And on the other hand as well, two people that I know of weren't even aware that their product from Aurora was coming from Organigram. So Organigram is getting product third party. And many of their clients aren't even aware of that fact.
Yeah, there's others that are there as well that are getting it third party, supplying people.
Yeah.
I think, Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully they can get things straightened around, because if I was a doctor, you might be a little susceptible or a little concerned about knowing that your patients might be getting toxic medicine.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. So a lot of farmers are toxic, so... All right, and just quickly before we bring our guests in, I just want to remind everybody about the free stuff giveaway. Just go to the PACE website, pace-online.ca. Send us a message that you're looking for some free stuff, and we will send you DVDs, educational DVD from the Treating Yourself Expo that involves interviews, comedy, music, talking to the vendors. The first CD or the first DVD pack has actually 6 hours, which is 6 CDs in it, or 6 DVDs. Oh, words, man. Within the case, so there's lots there, lots of information there. Plus, I could be sending along a T-shirt. I could send along some Why Not posters from Ivan Art. I just got a pile of stuff that I can give away, so we'll be doing that. So send us a message. All right, and tonight our guests, as we mentioned earlier, helps patients in an alternative kind of way, and we'd like to welcome Mr. Green and Dr. Budz of Higher Grade Extracts to the Pace Radio Show. Hi guys, how you doing?
Good. Hey guys, how are you doing? How's it going?
Good.
It's high grade. High grade.
High grade. High grade. Oh, wow. Okay, I got that. Sorry, guys. All right, but I got your names right.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Good. You?
Yeah, doing all right. We're just sitting back here. We're going to have a conversation with you guys about extracts, and there's something that I'm going to be really interested in because I've only heard about it a few times, and I like a little bit more information, but I'll ask that question as we go along. And usually right about now, I usually hand things over to my joint hosts and let them get things started. Right, Kim?
Yeah, sounds good to me, Al. Thanks very much for the intro. Hi, guys. Mr. Green and Dr. Budz with a Z. Love the names from High Grade Extracts. I got to tell everybody out there that's listening, I got these guys on the show because I had the privilege of trying their product. Made a purchase during the Karma Cup this past summer in Toronto. At the Cup, you had a booth there, and I purchased some of your distillate while I was there. And I have been raving and ranting about you guys' product ever since. It is one of the best distillates I have ever had the privilege of trying. I have recently become a huge fan of distillate. It works amazingly for my pain. Like nothing else can touch my pain the way that distillates do. And your product was so wonderfully clean and pure. I couldn't wait to have you on the show to find out all about you guys and the rest of the products that you have on. So welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome, Kim. How are you? Thanks, Kim. Appreciate the kind words. Glad it helped with your medical conditions as well.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful product. So High Grade Extracts, you guys took first place at the Karma Cup for distillates this year, right?
That's right. That's correct. Also, we got first place for in the solventless category as well for terpene resin.
First place in solventless. Awesome. I was unaware of that. First place in solventless. That's awesome. I just really love your product. How long? Tell me about you guys. Like, how did you guys get started? What brought you to make High Grade Extracts and make this award-winning distillate? Give me a bit of background on your story.
I think it was just the two of us just kind of striving to make a clean product ourselves so we can consume it. And it turns out that, medical patients around us didn't have access to the same sort of clean medicine. So that kind of became our mission. We're both patients ourselves, so clean source of medicine for our own consumption is really important. And then just turned out that a lot of people wanted the same thing. So it just kind of organically grew to we started a brand and started supplying patients, basically.
Fantastic. Now, do either one of you have a background in how to make this stuff, or was it trial and error, or is it something that you've learned along the way?
Basically just a lot of R&D, a lot of passion, and
a lot of passion can mean a lot when it comes to doing that stuff, doing anything, because you're putting that extra effort into it versus somebody who's just throwing it together.
100%. If you believe in something 100%, I mean, you put everything you got into it, and then if you believe in it, and you produce a product that you actually that you believe in. But yeah, you said it perfect. Someone who's getting paid is really just simply not try as hard. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. So what other types of products do you have besides, I raved and rave about your distillate, so a lot of people already know about that. Tell us a bit about your other products that you carry.
Okay, so we do a full dabbable line, so we do shatters, rosins, usually flower rosin. We also do, we have an edibles line. We do lollipops. We have a signature edible called Coconutties. It's a little shredded coconut pastry type thing. I personally like them a lot. We do what else am I missing there? Terpenes as well. 100% cannabis derived in-house extracted terpenes. Obviously, the distillate.
Very big these days. Very big these days, terpenes.
We also produce vape pens. So we got a disposable 250 milligram pen, and we also have glass disposable heads. So, I mean, they're inside the pens. We have two different versions. We have one that carries the distillate, and another one that carries a proprietary mix with the usually a rosin or a shatter. We also have a gold line about to be released with the distillate and the terpenes added into our gold lineup. Yeah, something to look forward to there.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Now, I know Al was falling over himself because he thinks I'm skipping over the whole distillate thing. I'm not skipping over it, Al.
Which Al? No, I see. I'm in the, like, you know, maybe Kim's way up north, but I'm sort of in the boonies, and yeah, I don't know a lot about this distillate stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into that too next. I want you to explain what is a distillate.
I'll sit back and listen. I'll listen.
It's all good. Can you just try to explain, Al, what is a distillate? What's the difference between a distillate and oil?
Okay, so a distillate is a type of oil. It's just refined. It's usually a shatter starting material, but you could use basically anything. You could use a hash, you could use a rosin, you could use basically any solvent extraction. And then basically the refining process starts with removing as much plant fats and lipids as possible, and then essentially distilling the oil itself. So essentially all the terpenes and lower boiling molecules will be removed first, and they're completely discarded. The main fraction would be the THC and the cannabinoids that we're after. So we'll actually distill those out separately, collect them, and then basically that's your distillate.
Wow.
So I mean, it's akin to almost like a water distilling, or but you're actually distilling the THC itself.
So you wind up with the product in almost its purest form, without any of the extras, and none of the choke is there. It's smooth. There's no raw in the throat. It's just, and it's instant medicine.
Because
medicine.
I don't, I'm in this, as I mentioned, in the boonies here, so it's not like, and I don't go to the city, and a lot. So it's it'd be interesting to actually try some one of these days when I go to the city. I have to get someone to take me someplace. Hey,
I'm in the same boat as you, Al. It was my first time trying it. Was at the Karma Cup, and I fell in love. And I've been ordering it wherever I can ever since.
I can remember their trophies sitting on their table and all that. But I don't know. I just get so busy, doing things, and that I don't always try things while I'm there. Right?
Yeah. Well, I had the foresight this time. I thought, well, I want to try this because everybody was talking about it. So I grabbed some, and I wasn't able to really do anything with it until I got it home. But once I got it home, and I can't stop talking, I can't say enough about this stuff now. As far as pain control, for instant pain control, there's nothing beats it. And not for in my experience anyway.
The distillate, it's really amazing because, I mean, if you want to take another avenue and get into the edibles, you add the distillate in there. Because the terpenes are removed, you're not tasting any of that plant in it. So, I mean, what you want to make actually tastes what it's supposed to taste like. So, I mean, in terms of dosing, it also gets better too because you're looking at a more of a pure product. You get a little bit more accurate in terms of its actual cannabinoid and the percentage you're dealing with. So distillates.
So distillates don't change the taste of your food product, but if you consume them straight up, there's no flavor to them?
No flavor
whatsoever, unless you add terpenes. We actually produce 100% cannabis-derived terpenes, so we can actually add the terpenes back to the distillate after. So if you're dabbing it, you can actually enjoy the actual flavor and the aroma and everything that goes along with it. To give you a visual, when you're starting material, you're starting with like, say for instance, you can start with like a black crude material, and then when you're done, your final product is more of a golden yellow clear product, sometimes even clear completely.
And also, we forgot to mention our entire edibles line is infused with the top shelf distillate, the same stuff that we're down. Super
nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, they got no change of flavor.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. Like there's no added flavor to it at all. And when you're doing the dabs without just the plain distillate, without the added terpenes in it or anything, there's absolutely no taste. So
absolutely
you don't no taste in your mouth. There's no smell. So I mean, if you're talking about hotel rooms and stuff like that, there's no smell.
There's no smell afterwards either.
No smell.
Oh, smoke! So you could be dabbing all day and no smoking in the hotel room. Nobody know the difference.
And it's vapor because you're dabbing. You're not smoking. You're dabbing, so it's vapor. So I mean, you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
And because it's a refined oil, it's more. I find acts faster.
And for the patient that has a problem with the taste of cannabis. Obviously, this is big advantage to them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't eat like pure RSOs. I would always have to put it in some sort of capsule or something like that to try to hide or like a really sugary sweet, which kind of doesn't necessarily always want to eat a sugary sweet. So you know what I mean? It makes it a big difference when you have your liquid. Yeah, and the drops taste like coconut oil, like pure coconut oil, and they're pretty strong as well. Like, it's not.
That's one of the altogether. Yeah. That's one of the things that people are looking for is to hide the taste of it, right?
Yeah. And on the other end of the scale, a lot of people, the connoisseur smokers that are looking for flavors and looking for top terpenes and this kind of thing, they don't enjoy that as much because that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking at it from a medicinal point of view, flavor is really irrelevant. I mean, if it can taste good in a medicine, we struck gold. If we can taste nothing, then we've struck platinum.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for the explanation on the distillate because I've heard about it. Like it's very it's name wise, and I know there's awards out for it, but never really ever looked into it because it's not something that I come across here. And especially like when we're doing public education, the people that we come across very often, they're just a lot of people just consume cannabis. So,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, well, to me, this is consuming cannabis and almost the medicinal aspects of the cannabis that you want in almost its purest form, without all the extras. You're not getting the carcinogens from smoke. You're not getting all of the extra waxes and everything else that's in there. You're getting the purest of the cannabinoids and the THC that you require to treat your illness.
Yeah.
So
and like you say,
try and get it in its purest form.
Now, do you use your distillates in your lollipops?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And our entire edibles lineup is all infused with the top of the line distillate. Yeah.
Okay. And then if you want to add a flavor to the lollipop, you can just add whatever terpenes you want to when you're in the process of making it.
Well, I mean, if you want it to flavor with terpenes, usually we're using standard like lollipop flavors, candy flavors. I believe the lemon is actually a lemon essential oil, so I guess technically it's a lemon terpene, but we're not using the cannabis terpenes to infuse the edibles. At this point, we're working on a prototype tincture lineup that will be infused with the cannabis derived terpenes.
Oh, nice!
But we haven't released it yet.
Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. I've got to try the edibles. I haven't tried the edibles with distillate yet. I must admit, I've only consumed the distillate through, doing dabs. That's it. I haven't consumed it any other way. So that'd be interesting to try.
Try some soon, Kim.
You don't have that problem for long, Kim.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice, yeah. I mean, fantastic products on the line. So, what's next for you guys?
What's next? It's a good question. Just moving forward, we got a lot on the R&D table, so there's a lot of projects that are coming up. I forgot to mention on our product line we do a topical. It's a non-active topical in-house designed. A lot of patients really like it for arthritis pain and muscle pain and stuff like that. We're working on a transdermal topical right now. It's in prototype phase. It's going to be an active, so it will actually get you high. What else? What else is in? Oh, the terp distillate. So currently we sell terpenes by itself, and we sell distillate by itself, but we're going to have them infused, basically the distillate infused with the terpenes at a really tasty ratio, so that you can just pick it up without any and dab it right away without any kind of stuff, right?
So is this distillate and stuff, does it come in different sizes? Like, I'm thinking of people who buy, if you're buying a solid, you're buying grams. If you're buying liquid, you buy probably milliliters.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially it's in grams.
Okay.
It is somewhat of a liquid, but we weigh them essentially in our tubes.
All right.
Dispensing just syringes essentially.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, because I've seen those. I've seen them on some of the websites. The really small. They're like a big pen.
Yeah, it's a little 1 milliliter syringe.
Yeah. Correct.
No tip, just oral syringe, and just draw it up into there.
Yeah.
Actually, we just weigh it as 1 gram.
They sell the honey oil like that now too.
Yeah. Well, I used to have to do self-injections in my stomach, and the needle was much bigger than those. So.
Yeah. Oh, these ones aren't for that. They don't have a needle end on them. They're just oral.
Yeah, that's why I noticed how small they were. Like as far as the diameter. So, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They come in little syringes. It's so easy to push out the amount that you need and slide it onto your dab tool in that method. Much easier to work with than in a blob.
For sure, yeah, that's why we chose that method. Just seems to waste less. It's easier to handle and whatnot.
Yeah, you just squish out the exact amount you need. You know how big the little doodad's going to be on the end of it, and that's where you stop. And your dab tool's there, and you're good to go. There's no mess, no fuss. Nice and simple.
We're actually in the process of ordering all glass distribution syringes, so you can dab directly out of it. You won't even have to transfer it onto a dabber.
Oh,
nice! That would be very cool.
That's going to be distillate, the terpene infused distillate.
Oh, that would be very cool. Yes, one less step that we have to do.
It's currently separate because it's in a plastic syringe, so we don't want to potentially, leach and ingest the product that you don't want. And also, if you want to dab directly onto heat, you can't dab with these syringes. So the glass will allow you to, get the best of both worlds in that case.
Yeah. Jeez, that's
very cool.
Have any of you guys had any experience with cannabis-derived terpenes at all?
What's that?
No, I've not had any experience with terpenes. Have you, Al?
No, actually, no, I haven't. Now, I know a friend of mine, Wayne, just opened up a store. He's got something there. I don't know. I don't know whether they'd be like terpenes or like flavoring.
Well, there's a lot of fruit-derived terpenes on the market right now.
Okay, that's maybe okay.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as they're sourced properly, there's really nothing wrong with them. But most people, like connoisseur type people, really prefer the cannabis-derived. Terpenes. Yeah, just the full spectrum of molecules you get in them, derived from cannabis. Right, a lot of us are purists, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now terpenes. Now that's basically, you're talking the aroma, right?
Yeah, it's the essential oil of the cannabis plant, basically what it is. It's generically referred to as terpenes.
So it's the essential oil of the cannabis plant.
The
Okay.
snap.
Yeah.
So the flavor and the smell.
Yeah.
When you're looking at it, it looks like a clear liquid for the most part.
It's kind of similar to where you'd buy like a lavender essential oil, oregano essential oil.
Right. And there's no THC in these, right? It's just the flavor and the smell.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. So it's there's no buzz to them.
Well, typically you're meant to combine it back with a cannabinoid product to either increase the flavor or to change the flavor or to add the flavor.
You know, I think back when I first got involved in consuming cannabis, when I was sitting beside the portable at school, who never thought that you could separate all that stuff? That's quite the thing. Yeah. Well, guys, it's I'm looking at the clock here and I see it's break time.
It's break time. Time to pay the bills.
Yeah, so that means we're going to get to hear a little bit of music. This is something new. I don't know much about this fellow, but this is by Garth Cultivator. And we're going to hear a bit of a song called Dab All Day. And then Kim and I will continue our conversation with Mr. Green and Dr. Budz of High Grade Extracts. This is the Pace Radio Show live at lifestyleradio.ca. This is the Pace Radio Show.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Yeah, I wake up, blaze up, shatter like it matters. Fuck it, life is good. I dab all day. If you grow like me, then I hope you would. Don't be misunderstood. Everybody wants to get what they could. Blasting wax, purging hash, make some slabs, and then we should heat that rig, hit it really quick. Smoking big, we do it well. Clads all thick. Everybody knows when I roll through for show and tell. Can't you smell? Lemon drops, cookie crumble. Get my tray, get my pen, get that taste. Wake and bake and dab all day.
Canada, the time to act is now. These days, your customers are seeking variety. Increase your earning potential by expanding your inventory with CC Nexus, Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler. CC Nexus stocks over 60 reputable breeders, including Canuck seeds, with a wealth of autoflower, regular, feminized, and CBD strains. All first-time customers will receive a free pack of Canuck seeds, plus a mug, t-shirt, and additional promotional materials. Add strains and increase your profit with CC Nexus, your Canadian-owned and operated wholesaler of cannabis seeds. Discreet, worldwide stealth shipping from Canada, supporting you locally. Call today, 1-844-843-7995, 1-844-843-7995, or visit us at ccnexus.global.
The following is a public service announcement from the Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners Society. The Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners Society is a non-profit organization dedicated to ensuring improved access to therapeutic cannabis and cannabis byproducts in Canada. With a federal government that has committed to legalizing cannabis, we feel it is our duty to ensure that the medicinal use of cannabis doesn't get lost in the process and that there are clear distinctions made between the medicinal and recreational use of cannabis. It is our mission to ensure that government regulation doesn't get in the way of a sick, disabled, or terminally ill person's right to use or produce this amazing natural health product. If you would like to get involved, you can contact us on the internet, www.canadiantherapeuticCannabisPartners.com, on Facebook, CTCP Society, or search Canadian Therapeutic Cannabis Partners.
This is Al Graham of the Pace Radio Show. Are you keeping pace, as in keeping people advocating cannabis education? If you're not, and you're a cannabis consumer, then why not? Others are working hard every day to help educate people about cannabis so you can enjoy your daily 420. Get involved and speak out. Be loud and proud so that you can keep pace. Tune into the Pace Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear about people advocating cannabis education here on lifestyleradio.ca.
Growing your own vegetables, flowers, or even medicinal plants can be a challenge without the right equipment and proper know-how. At BMA Hydroponics, not only are they your urban horticultural experts and suppliers, but their staff holds the customer's needs paramount to making a sale. Family-owned with decades of experience and knowledge, they offer free advice in person, by phone, or email. BMA Hydroponics wants to ensure you have the advice you need, which is why you'll find tips and tricks on different ways to grow, like wick, ebb and flow, drip, or aeroponic system, as well as other helpful links at bmahydroponics.com. If you can't find what you're looking for, just let them know, and they'll do everything they can to get what you're looking for. At BMA Hydroponics, each staff member also possesses a federal exemptee MMAR license, making their strong suit empathy, experience, and dedication to their customers. Because when you know how to grow, you'll have results that make you proud. BMA Hydroponics in Belleville, Ontario. Visit bmahydroponics.com.
BMA offers cannabinoid testing, so if you want to prove you've got good medicine, head to BMA Hydroponics and prove it.
Oh yes, I'm smoking good, growing great. Push that weight and dab all day. They can hate, tell the truth, who gives a fuck what they all say? Get it straight, I'm the one who came through with that weed I grew. Came through with that wax I blew. Came through just to blaze with you. Dab a few, the screw is hot. Bitch call me Sir Dab a lot. Blast my crop, hit it with a torch, of course I'm high like astronauts. Up in space, dabs to the face, it tastes like some creme.
Hey, we're back. It's the Pace Radio Show, and we are live here at lifestyleradio.ca. And don't forget, if you miss our live shows, you can always catch the podcast over at Mixcloud. And for our U.S. listeners, you can also catch us at iHeartRadio as well. Let's see. If you have a problem keeping up with Canadian important news, download Grassroots Advocate. It's a free cannabis information and news sharing information that's put together by us here at Pace. Not only does it have Canadian cannabis news, but we also have educational articles, some recipes. There's a cannabis directory. I do a cannabis advocates article in there about where we've been, what we're doing. Let's see what else is in there. There's links embedded in it. You just have to click on it. Goes to everything that's in there. And you can download it for free, or you can pick it up at one of our supporting businesses. And you can get that free at pace-online.ca and click on the Grassroots button. And don't forget to tune into the 420 radio show. They are live Friday, 7 p.m. here at lifestyleradio.ca. And that is Eastern time, by the way. And finally, we are joined by Mr. Green and Dr. Budz of High Grade Extracts. And my joint host is Kim Cooper. Hello, everybody. We are back, and we are ready to go for our second session.
Yes, we are. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes. Kim, before I hand the guys back over to you, we're sort of talking a little bit there during the break. So I just want to ask this question in case we change our subjects. And I was wondering, what is the different effect between a terpene and the distillates? What could somebody expect who's never experienced them, like myself? I've never consumed either one.
Okay, so with the distillate, it's going to be a very strong, one-dimensional buzz, if you will. It's going to do a lot of pain relief and relaxation, just like any standard, let's say, lower terpene product that you'd be consuming, something that doesn't have a significant amount of terpenes in it. But once you start adding different profiles, it'll actually steer the direction of the medication or the buzz, if you will. And I mean, there's way too many to go into specifically, but some will make you uplifting, some will make you more relaxed, some will make you eat more, some will actually increase the potency of the THC by allowing it to permeate into the blood-brain barrier better. And so on. There's definitely a lot to be learned. It's we're just scraping the edge of this road.
Oh yeah, because this is all good. It's all good information to take in. Because I do get asked, questions and things, and it's nice to be able to have the answers for them. So.
Yeah, so essentially if you add terpene to a distillate, it could increase the cannabinoid effects of that distillate then, right?
Definitely. Typically it does. Really depends on the profile and it's actually going to directly react. But yeah, it typically increases the bioavailability and the uptake of the cannabinoids.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. So now going on to some of your other products besides distillates. But now I wanted to focus a lot on the distillate because I want to emphasize distillate is the thing that you use to infuse your edibles, right?
Yes, and also our tinctures as well. We make MCP tinctures, and basically we infuse the coconut oil with the distillate, so you can take it orally and consume it as medicine to make it easier.
Well, yeah, that's correct. We use it for all our edibles, so it is a pretty big part of our workflow.
Wow. Okay. So what other products do you carry? The other products that you carry, how can people get a hold of you? Like, and how do they order? Are you just a wholesale outlet or are you retail as well?
We generally just wholesale to dispensaries. If medical patients contact us on Instagram, we can screen them to make sure they are full medical patients holders, and we can direct them through the.
Yeah.
You can always reach us on our Instagram at High Grade Extracts 420.
Yes, I did that earlier. Actually, you
did.
Actually, I think you both liked it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not on Instagram, unfortunately. I'm a Facebook hound, and I'm also on Twitter and some other social medias. But Instagram, I do have an account, but I don't get on there very often. That's more for people out and about taking pictures, and I don't do that so much.
Yeah, you 235 followers.
I didn't even know I did. I don't go on, and Al told me, he's like, yeah, you have an account. You have 235 followers. What do you mean you're not on Instagram? I didn't even realize. That's too funny. Oh, God. So, yeah, I really, really thoroughly enjoy your products. I can't talk enough about them. What's next for you guys? Are you going to any events and highlighting your stuff? Like we met you at the Karma Cup. Do you have other ventures planned like that to get the word out about your company?
I do Harvest Medicinal Cup this year. Our friend Jeff Lunch from over there. He does a pretty good show, so I want to go out and support him and see the people over in Saskatchewan. Oh, have a good time. So that's probably next on the docket, and then we're not sure as far as that goes. Maybe Karma Cup.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump in here, just due to the fact that we're having a bit of sound thing from you. We're thinking there's a bit of an issue at your end. So what we're going to do, we're going to take another break. All right, and we're going to get you to reconnect, and then we'll bring you. Then we'll go right back on again. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. We want to make sure we'd rather make sure that people heard you properly, instead of having a bit of an issue there. Okay.
No problem.
All right. Okay. So we're going to go to a break, everybody, and we'll be back shortly. You're listening to the Pace Radio Show here at lifestyleradio.ca. You're listening to Pace Radio.
Please hang up and try again.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
I stay so high that they can't bring me down. These haters try to meet me on the ground. But even then I push them all away. No time to waste because I dab all day. I keep my rig heated and dab all day. I stay so heated when I dab all day. It's no secret I love to dab all day. I know you need it, so let's dab all day.
Growing your own vegetables, flowers, or even medicinal plants can be a challenge without the right equipment and proper know-how. At BMA Hydroponics, not only are they your urban horticultural experts and suppliers, but their staff holds the customer's needs paramount to making a sale. Family-owned with decades of experience and knowledge, they offer free advice in person, by phone, or email. BMA Hydroponics wants to ensure you have the advice you need, which is why you'll find tips and tricks on different ways to grow, like wick, ebb and flow, drip, or aeroponic system, as well as other helpful links at bmahydroponics.com. If you can't find what you're looking for, just let them know, and they'll do everything they can to get what you're looking for. At BMA Hydroponics, each staff member also possesses a federal exemptee MMAR license, making their strong suit empathy, experience, and dedication to their customers. Because when you know how to grow, you'll have results that make you proud. BMA Hydroponics in Belleville, Ontario. Visit bmahydroponics.com.
BMA offers cannabinoid testing, so if you want to prove you've got good medicine, head to BMA Hydroponics and prove it.
The National Task Force on Medicinal Cannabis is a group of not-for-profit organizations dedicated to influencing government policy with factual evidence. Our mission is to ensure that a constitutional medical program is developed that will address the concerns of all Canadians that require therapeutic cannabis. The task force is looking for dedicated people who are willing to contribute to our cause. We have formed this task force to foster a unified approach and focus on lobbying the federal government and Health Canada. We represent the combined expertise of thousands of patients with more than a decade of experience. As a task force participant, you, your business, or your group will have an opportunity to show that you care and offer your unique skills to promote the cause. If you would like to get involved, go to medcanataskforce.org. That's medcanataskforce.org and use the Contact Us link to get started. Help us help you.
Tune into the Pace Radio Show and catch Kim Cooper, Debbie Stoll-Skiffen, or Alison Merlin, along with myself, Al Graham, as we talk to Canadian and international cannabis advocates who are working hard to help patients and to end cannabis prohibition. Catch us live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at lifestyleradio.ca.
Canada, the time to act is now. These days, your customers are seeking variety. Increase your earning potential by expanding your inventory with CC Nexus, Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler. CC Nexus stocks over 60 reputable breeders, including Canuck seeds, with a wealth of autoflower, regular, feminized, and CBD strains. All first-time customers will receive a free pack of Canuck seeds, plus a mug, t-shirt, and additional promotional materials. Add strains and increase your profit with CC Nexus, your Canadian-owned and operated wholesaler of cannabis seeds. Discreet, worldwide stealth shipping from Canada, supporting you locally. Call today, 1-844-843-7995, 1-844-843-7995, or visit us at ccnexus.global.
Dab all day.
Welcome back. We are back again live. We've got the guys reconnected and they're sounding much better. And before we bring them in, just because I probably won't be able to mention Garth Cultivator's name again, I always had to give credit to our song and the song Dab All Day. And I know on Wednesdays when I'm sitting in front of the computer, I know I'm dabbing all day. All right, guys. Okay, Kim. Quick review of what we're talking about before we went for break.
I'd like to go over. Yeah, I'd like to go over everything again because we missed a lot of what the guys were saying, and I think it was some important information that we wanted to expand on a lot of it too. But with the technical difficulties, it was best we come back and do it now.
Yeah, well, we got to solve.
Yeah,
we got ourselves. Okay, Kim.
Okay, so when we went just before we went away there, we were talking when you came back about infused distillates and the difference that it makes between having a distillate and having a distillate that's been infused with terpenes. Want to go back over that again with us?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so basically the terpenes modulate the cannabinoids. So essentially, I guess a good analogy I've heard a few times would be that THC is like the gas pedal essentially, and the terpenes would be like your steering wheel. So essentially, it's going to steer the buzz in the direction, depending on which terpene profile or which cultivar strain the terpenes were extracted from the substance when combined.
Right. So it's going to change that. It will change the difference. It will make a difference in the distillate in the end, whether if you add terpenes or if you don't. It will change the feel of it. It will change the strength.
Also,
of it.
Yeah, exactly. Certain terpenes, terpene molecules actually have the positive effect of the cannabinoids as well. So, not only does it change the direction of the buzz, but also makes it stronger, essentially.
Very cool.
It's really dependent on the strain to what effect you're going to get, essentially.
Awesome. And all of the edibles and everything are mostly infused with the distillates. And how did you
roll that out.
You're creating this one thing I wanted to get to, and I almost forgot. Just remember. You create all these other products, and you've created all of these different products in your line. Is it just the two of you doing this, or is there a team of you? You have designated growers?
We definitely couldn't do it on our own. We have a team of hardworking people that kill it constantly, so we definitely couldn't do it without them.
So there is a team, a high grade extracts team in place then. Where are you guys located out of? Are you in Southern Ontario?
Yes, we're in South Broad. We're in the GTA.
Awesome. Amazing. So what's next on the agenda for you?
I think she wanted to know where you guys are going next. Any events you got planned?
Oh, yeah, sorry. We're going to, next is the Harvest in Saskatoon.
Okay.
October, if I'm not mistaken. They got a pretty good show they do out there. Jeff Armstrong, he's a good guy. Been putting on the show for a few years, and he invited us at the Karma Cup. So I thought I was going to try to make it out for that. And then then Karma Cup is probably more for the next year. Other than that, we'll see what comes up. But we're a little busy with that. It's hard to make it out, so that we want to make it.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna we are coming up with this audio issue again. I'm gonna ask you to turn down your speaker, your volume of your speakers, just so if we can see if that makes a difference.
How's this?
We'll see as we go along. That's all we can do, right? Okay, Vance. Okay, now when you guys are when people are doing your rosins and your shatters and terpenes and things like that, do you have when it comes to temperatures of these things, whether it's on your e-nail, some people, people with torches, they get it when it's red hot and all that. Is there an advantage with the e-nail where some products are better with a higher temperature versus lower temperatures, or vice versa?
Well, it depends what type. If you're an entry level user, the e-nail is a better way to start, because you can definitely regulate input the temperature. And that also depends on what type of e-nail and the manufacturer the e-nail is. But generally, start at maybe like a 600 or 610 is what my magic number is. And that kind of gauges whether you want to go higher or lower.
A lot of it has to do with the terpene content as well. So if you're having a straight distillate, you might find it beneficial to have the temperatures a little bit higher, just so that you can basically vaporize and hold that faster. I mean, some people desire maybe like a flour bowl type experience, where it takes a little bit longer to actually, get through the dab, if you will. So a lot of it will have to do with preference, but a lot of it has to do with protein content or the presence of protein overall.
Yeah, a lot of people have different preferences when it comes to temperature. Some people like the higher, swear by the higher ones. Some people swear by the lower ones. It's interesting that it would be not universal, you would think, by product, but by preference. It seems to be more by preference.
Definitely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. It has to do with the individual of using the rig, what they prefer.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm fairly new to dabbing, and within the last year, I'd say I just started dabbing, and I moved right into distillates right off the bat, it seems. And I think it's the best way to go. I really do. It's the cleanest way to go.
Cleanest way to go. Yeah, no smell. Like.
Yeah.
And it's loaded with THC. No smell, loaded with THC, and a very effective medication.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, guys. Because we're still having some audio issue there. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up at the top of the hour, okay? And we'll look at having you guys back on again. And, because it's it is a little bit hard. It is hard to hear, and we don't want to go on. It's for everybody, right? It's for your benefit. It's for the listeners' benefit. So we'll have you back on soon. Hopefully we can figure out whatever it was. We've tried it, and we can do it this end. So
technical issues happen. You just never know what happens on the air, especially with the live show.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do the shout out part. We're down to the last 3 minutes for the top of the hour anyways. So let's do the shout out part, where people can find you, where they can order your products. If there's somebody out there that you'd like to add to the list, if you want to do 3 shout outs, that's fine.
Okay. Well, you can always find us on Instagram at High Grade Extract 420. Some of the dispensaries the product can be found at is Bellwood Dispensary, Dr. Green Thumb, Relief. And we also like to thank all the supporters and all our Instagram followers and all the cannabis community that has supported us so far.
Okay, I'm just going to get you to repeat the website again where people can order your products.
High Grade Extracts 420 on Instagram.
Okay, there you go. High Grade Extracts 420 on Instagram. You probably, if you got another shout out, go ahead. I'm just going to go to your Instagram account right now.
Yeah.
And Melissa, we'll make sure you get to where you need to go with that.
All right.
Awesome. And what I'm going to do is at the end of the show, when we put the site up on our social media accounts, I'll put all of these things in print on the notification so that if people had a hard time understanding anything, they'll be able to go to the site and click on the links and they'll be able to find your information there.
That's right. Exactly. That helps out for sure. Okay. There they are right there. Yes. Video. Shatter.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Good videos.
So we'll have all
videos there. Yeah. Videos there. Nice pictures, guys. Oh, look at these trophies, too.
Yeah.
Trophies as well.
Nice trophy.
Yeah. Quality
excellent products.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. As I said, we'll have you back on again. And hang on when we leave here. Hang on, because I want to try to deal with this. See what the problem was. Okay.
Yeah, don't hang up when we go.
Just let everybody know that I'll be back next week. We'll be here promoting people who work hard to help patients and end cannabis prohibition. As always, you can find us on Facebook at Pace Radio. We're on Twitter at Pace Radio. And we're on the web at pace-online.ca. And that's where you go in order to get your free educational stuff. Just send me an email. And I will respond. If I get we get several, your names will go in a hat. We'll go from there. As always, thank you to BMA Hydroponics, who just happened to team up with the CTCP and got their cannabis signing clinic going, and they will sign patients for grow licenses. You hear that? Grow licenses at CTCP signing clinic. You can go to BMA Hydroponics to find out more, and at bmahydroponics.com. CC Nexus, Canada's largest cannabis seed wholesaler. They're at ccnexus.global. Thank you, as always, to our producer, Al Rapp, here at lifestyleradio.ca. And to our guests, Mr. Green and Dr. Budz. Sorry, guys. Whatever the problem is, we'll get it all figured out. And it's great that you're here. And they're from High Grade Extracts. Check them out on Instagram. High Grade Extracts 420. And to my joint host, Northern Ontario Ken Cooper, as always, it's always pleasant to have you on the show and the guests you bring. And thank you to our listeners. Always. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed